Hello there. It's wonderful to have you here. I am the Art Oracle and I delve into the mysteries of destiny through art and imagery. Join me as we paint your path together. Today we have a 3-card spread, so go ahead and choose from card 1, card 2, and card 3, and let's dive in. So if you chose card 1, your phrase at the time is to radiate confidence. And the companion image I drew for this card is called Shimmer. When I first pulled the card, I got an initial image of a girl who is coming out of her shell and beginning to radiate a sense of confidence to all those around her. Images are very important to me and I take nothing for granted. The first image that I saw that was on this card was the sun. It's the brightest part of the card and it is the focal point of the card on both sides, shining light into the center, which that's what I kind of believe you should be doing right now at this time, is shining light upon others. The sun symbolizes life and vitality. The sun is often seen as a source of life due to its role in providing warmth and light for the world. The sun shines its light equally on everything on this earth, including plants. It gives life to people. You cannot live without vitamin D. You need to go outside. This may be true for you. You may need to spend a little more time outside and get out of your shell, get out of your dwelling, and actually put yourself outside under the sun. I want to speak more on the sun because it's significant imagery in your card. The sun represents the spotlight and it illuminates all the planets in our galaxy, just like a spotlight on a great big stage. I feel this symbolism is significant to you because you may have something you are working on at this time or something specific you have to offer to others that no longer needs to be hidden, something that can be a light to others in their lives. Let the sun shine light on whatever it is that you have been working on or working towards. Be more outgoing in how you share your ideas with others at work or at school, and even in your private life. Whatever it is that you have been putting work into, it has the potential to not only light a pathway for your life, but it has the potential to light a pathway for others and even be an inspiration for others to shine as well. A great exercise for you would be to take time every day to remind yourself of why you should be confident and radiate this to others. Take a moment to look in the mirror and tell yourself, I am confident. Take a few moments out of your day to repeat to yourself confident words of affirmation, such as, I am confident in who I am, and others see me radiate. Radiate means to emit or spread outwardly from a central point in all directions. Often this can come in the form of light. It can come in the form of heat. It can also refer to a feeling that we project outwardly, like happiness or joy. You can radiate happiness. You can radiate joy. In this case, it's radiating confidence. And I think that you should take the time at this point to radiate confidence, whether that be through your appearance and you dye your hair a cool, bright color, or you change something about your appearance, like your clothing, wear something that gets some attention. You're on the center stage at this time. If it's not your appearance, do this through your work. Post something, a piece of writing, a piece of art, something that has something to do with you radiating your confidence through your work. Try this. I think it would be great for you, and let people know who you really are and stand in that and let it radiate outwardly. So if you chose card 2, your current phrase is, you know the answer already. And in this image, I chose to name her Luna because she represents everything that the card conveyed to me, like the tendency to cling tightly to ideas out of not trusting one's own intuition, which leads to untapped potential. So when I drew card 2, you know the answer already. Luna to me represents so much more than just a name. It's like the embodiment of intuition. And it's funny because Luna, she's up there in the clouds, in the sky, surrounded by beautiful, comfortable stratus and cumulus clouds. She's holding this orb of light, but we can only see part of it because the rest is hidden. It's almost like she's reluctant to let it go, to let it float into the sky where it belongs. She knows this is what she must do, but as the days go by, day by day, she becomes more reluctant because she is comfortable. She's hesitant, maybe even a bit fearful about stepping out of her comfort zone. Maybe she doesn't fully trust her intuition yet. Deep inside, she knows this is what she must do, and she knows that in the long run, it will be better for everyone. And when I first drew this card, I couldn't shake this feeling that there are some of you out there who are holding on to something deep and maybe heavy. It's like you've been nurturing it in secret. It's been difficult to let go, to really surrender. It's like there's this inner struggle, this tug of war between what you know you should do and what feels safe and familiar. But you already know the answer, and you need to trust your intuition on this. There may be some of you out there with an untapped or unexplored idea or journey that you're not embarking on because you're not trusting your intuition about something. Maybe you believe that you cannot be successful if you release something into the world, the same way Luna needs to release the orb of light for others to admire. Maybe you feel like if I do this thing, it may not work out, and you talk yourself out of your initial hopes or your initial dreams. But there is a voice inside of you telling you that you know the answer already. If you do have something you need to release, do not worry about it if you feel uncomfortable in the end, because you know the answer is that it must be done for the long-term success of your life. A great way to find clarity in what may be many chaotic ideas or opinions going on in your mind or within you is to keep a journal and maybe jot down how your intuition has served you well in the past. Think back, look back to those situations where you remember when you had the initial idea to move either right or left down a pathway, and you chose that path that led you down the right direction. And even in those instances where we go against our own intuition and we go against what our nature is telling us to do, and we follow the opposite. Think of those situations, because even in those situations, you can find the learning experience. And that is why I drew this beautiful card. Don't forget to trust in yourself. You already know the answer. If you chose card 3, your current phrase is, just like the moon, I will go through phases. This is the crescent sprite, and she holds onto the crescent because it is tied to her. Because she is bound to the crescent, they go through different phases together. She holds the crescent, looking off in the distance, not concerned with what is behind her, or the last phase of life she has been through. Just like the moon she holds, she is forever changing. I am the crescent sprite, eternally tethered to the crescent. Our fates intertwined, holding onto it, I gaze into the distance, unconcerned with what's past. Like the moon, I am in constant flux. The falling flower petals I put in the image symbolize life's inevitable changes. The shifting seasons, they serve as a reminder that change is not to be feared, but embraced. A natural part of life, heralding new beginnings. The first image that stood out to me on the card is the image of the hands that are playing almost a cat's cradle with the thread of time and the universe. It's a game we used to play when I was a child, and it is a solitary game you play alone and in some cases with others. When you play Cat's Cradle, you adapt your hands to whatever the thread needs to convey, and I love this because it really shows the multifaceted nature of who you are and how that shifts with accordance to the moon. The moon goes through phases every month, and depending on the phase, we receive different effects. Here below on Earth, most commonly known are periods of the full moon, which are said to facilitate feelings of rage and pent-up anger in the inhabitants on Earth. Werewolves are often associated with the full moon. But my point is that you, like the moon, are forever shifting and changing. During certain periods of any given month, the moon goes through phases that facilitate major shifts in your productivity. There are times when the moon initiates you to start new projects and ideas. So if you are in a period now where you feel like you haven't been productive, don't worry about it or overthink it. Remember that this time will soon pass. There are even times when you are more creative during the month, and many people believe that when women menstruate, they have special powers. If you feel a little out of step or out of beat, do not worry, this phase will soon pass. As a reminder of the different phases you have been through, take the time to recollect how much you have changed as a person and how each change facilitated the next phase in your life. Because no matter what phase you are in, you are always shining, even if it's only partially at the moment. Your full glory will be revealed very soon. Thank you so much for tuning in to Artmancy. I am the Art Oracle. If you like this content, please like, share, and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you. Peace.